That's good.
Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday afternoon, Memorial Day weekend, and you can already see where I'm at. I'm not at home, where most of y'all are. We ain't got no mail, man, no race car parts. I think I got them all at the house. So I had a decision this afternoon. It's either get out there in the garage and work on the race car, or come here and try to get some stuff done on Tahoe. So I decided to come here and try to get some work done on the Tahoe. I don't really have time to do it during the weekdays because obviously we are working on the Fox body during the week. That's a business hour job, so it has to be done during business hours in order for me to keep my discipline. So when you're running a business and you're doing like I do, you have to have some discipline, meaning you have to discipline yourself on your hours. So it's either a customer job that pays customer pay during customer business hours, okay, that you need to do during business hours, or it's a side job, which I do for race car money. I've went over that on the channel sometimes, like the scrapping metal and stuff like that, or it is a personal job. Looks like Eddie done come out here and work too. Spray painted a bumper out. So Ed's been here working also. See, my guys get it, man. He's got his own flip that he went and bought. And so I allow them to buy and sell cars. Anybody that works for me, he's doing this one. Anybody that works for me, you can buy and sell cars on your own and make you some side money. Let's cut this compressor on, it might be loud. It's already pumped up. There she goes. So you have to discipline yourself on what you're working on and treat it accordingly, okay? You can't just run everything together, and you can't say, well, I'm not gonna go into the shop and work because, you know, if I was gonna go into work, I would work on the Mustang because I have a lot to do on that. So you can't do that. It can't be like that. It's either one or the other, okay? It's not both. So Mustang is during business hours. We'll get back on that Tuesday. But being I work on the Mustang during business hours, it goes both ways. It's a catch-22. That means I can't work on the Tahoe during business hours. See what I'm saying? So they both can't be worked on at the same time, meaning you got to pick one or the other. You got to pick and choose your battles, man. You can't mix them up. So I'm also not as productive working at night, believe it or not, or I'm not as precise, I guess you could say, kind of. During the day, I'll focus, take my time, and I will do stuff a little bit more correct, I guess you can say, sometimes, even though I've done stuff at night, such as Randy's car. We done it top notch. That was a job that I decided was going to be done after hours, but done on a customer level, so it was a weird mix. But something like this, I'm just trying to get this thing looking good and done. That's the goal. Looking good and done. It's ours. We own it. You get what I'm kind of saying here? The customer job, I don't want to be here at night trying to just make things happen. I want the customer job done right and it not just hacked together. So we're going to get on this Tahoe. I'm going to try. I don't feel like getting it on the frame rack. So it needs to go on the frame rack, but you can see we have one here up here on the frame rack. I'm going to go after some things that don't need to go on the frame rack probably. Oh, God, that quarter, boy. So I guess I'm going to work on that quarter and that pillar, start on that side, see how far I can get, and then if I really feel like it, then I might move to the frame rack, even though I'm not feeling the frame rack. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at this side, the quarter's like in and flat. Oh my God. This side, it's out. Okay, can y'all kind of see that? Look at the wheel tire. Okay, look how the quarter comes out. Wheel tire, quarter's way in. So this side is going to be fun. So it's got all this inner fender in it, yeah. I mean, I could pull this out on the frame machine. It's not the end of the world, but you can see it's all buckled in right there. Yeah. So anyways, we're not going to go after that tonight. We're not going to try to. I'm thinking this right here is a good starting point for tonight. So I've got damage up here. You can see this dent kind of, okay, right there is pretty bad. The body line is collapsed in right there. We've got a pretty good size freaking buckle right there. Actually, that honestly might need the frame rack too. Man, we might have to go ahead and just get this thing on the frame rack. We got a body line here. You can see the buckle, buckle right here, buckle right there. So we got two good size buckles. I mean, this thing is freaking, it's done up, man. I got my work cut out. So I'm gonna look this over, figure out what my game plan is. You can kind of see better now on this roof line. It's crunched in. So I got a lot, man. So that's the reason why I was thinking if I got like just, you know, a couple areas done, like maybe this quarter, this pillar, maybe this door, because I'm gonna try to save this door. That way I don't have to go on the frame rack. And then this side's gonna need to go on the frame rack, but we could do that at a later date. This door needs to be bent out here when it comes out with the quarter. It needs to be the same distance, so we can't body work none of that tonight. And that's the bad thing about white is you can't see it. You can't really see reflection. So this door overall is pretty straight, surprisingly, besides right here. It needs body work. And then all of this right here needs body work. It's crunched in. This pillar over here is good. All of these door gaps actually match up good on this side. So yeah, I'm guessing this is gonna be my area for tonight, but I'm honestly thinking that we might have to go on the frame rack because it's a pretty big dent right there. I don't know if I can get that with a stud gun. I can try it, but she's pretty far in. All right, so let me look over this and get my game plan together, and I'm gonna at least try to make progress on something. I mean, even if I don't feel like doing none of that and I just break this down, which I'm kind of trying to save myself from doing, that way I don't have to do it until it's actually time, so I don't lose nuts and bolts since I got so much going on. Man, we got a call about the hood. So the good thing about the front end is new fenders, new hood, no body work up front. Ordered the 2 new doors today, so no body work on the front doors. Ordered the glass for this side because I got a shell. I got a killer deal on doors. We'll go over the prices later. I got a complete door for that side. So we're going to have roof body work, pillar body work, 2 back doors body work, and 2 quarters body work. So basically the roof and from the back doors back on each side need to be body worked. So that's what I'm going to try to get something done tonight, y'all. All right, let me get out. I wanted to come up here on the roof and just make sure that your roof is not buckled, okay? It looks like when it rolled over, it definitely rolled over on the front. So you wanted to look in here and make sure it wasn't like buckled like this and the whole side of the vehicle crunched in, because then we'd be in a mess. So I think we're pretty good. It's not crunched in. We just got the damage on the sides. The side panels are basically just kind of flattened. They need to be kind of fluffed out. Let me get at it.
If you really want to avoid all the criticism, if you really want to avoid all the critics in your life, then do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing, and you'll never get their attention. But if you are something, and you're doing something, you become something, guess what? You get their attention. And that pisses them off, because they could never be what you are now. So the only thing they can do to make them feel good is try to bring you down. I say thank you for that. Thank you for acknowledging the fact that I'm doing something, because I don't know who the you are, but you seem to know who I am. They respond negatively because they've never done anything in their life. That's why they're a critic, never a player. Because they've never done anything, all they can do is cast votes and negativity to someone that has done it. Because they weren't man enough to ever do it in the first place.
You finally made it to the big leagues, and now you want to chill? Now you got the big head, now you can't grind? You here now. You here now. You finally made it. And this is where you break up? This is where you start chilling? This is where you get comfortable? You made it now. You made it now. You in the big leagues now. They watching you now. This is where you make it permanent. Yeah, I saw it. Perfect, perfect. Nope, practice don't make perfect. Practice make permanence.
There are winners, there are losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win.
Alright, so now that I got the door handle out of it, you can kind of see the reflection where that door handle, when it rolled over, it pushed the whole bucket in, which is going to be common. But you can see how bad right there all that's pushed in. So all of this right here should be flat. This should be kind of a flat plane. So this edge should be flat, whereas right now it's all rolled in really bad. You can kind of see it at that angle. So I've took all the door handles apart, took all the door panels apart, not time-lapsing that or going over that, because that's not what this video is about. It's not teaching you how to break down a door panel. I'm gonna hook this, I'm gonna get me a tool, hook this or stud this out. I'm gonna get this bucket back out of here so it's not bananaed like that. And then I think once we get that out and all this out right here where all this door handle is pushed in, then we can start skim coating all of this stuff.
One of the things limiting you from your income, your impact, a world-class life. You care too much about what people think about you. Now we're in the modern age.
And here's one way you never better yourself: when you come up with excuses for why other people are successful and you're not.
The key point, our heart set also is all the suppressed emotions that we pick up as we go through life. The shadow side. All of the suppressed emotions that we do.
Boy, she is dusty in here. Look at the light up there. That's dust. That's body filler dust rolling out of this thing. This is the rough swipe. Boy, I swear body guys and collision shops are gonna hate me for this thing. And you gotta remember, we ain't even touched this dent back here, which this dent back here is not terrible. It goes from about like, it goes like right here. We need to stud it right through here and pop it out. So that's easy. We're just trying to find our shape again, okay? We have to wait on our door, unfortunately, until I get the new door handle in, because I want to make sure that all of the edges line up good before I start slinging filler. So all we're literally trying to do right now is just find the shape kind of the quarter panel. That was our first swipe, our rough blocking. We blocked it out with a long block with 36 grit, okay? And then we used 80 on a DA. So it's very rough. Again, it's just a rough in. It's just finding our extreme lows. We do kind of have our body line back. I know you can't see it. I can see it while I'm sanding, but it is still extremely wavy. I'm now going to re-swipe all of these panels again and then block it again, and hopefully this one will get it 75% straight, and then hopefully we'll just have one more blocking. Hopefully we can get this thing in 3 passes. That's what I hope. All I'm focusing on tonight is this little area right here. Believe it or not, it's already getting extremely late. This is a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So with this vehicle, I think it's going to be best just to do one area at a time.